Hi everyone, welcome to the CNK Knowledge Hub. So today we'll be going through a numerical reasoning test from the Practice Aptitude Tests. So we'll go through the question and also go through the answer. And the first question from the test says, okay, what was the total value of grade A and C wireless headphones produced in 2019? Okay, so 2019, okay, we need to note down that we are looking at 2019, some point, okay, we are looking at 2019, then we see that grade A is, the black line is on the black line and grade C is on the orange line. Then for grade A, we can see that the quantity is 25. So A is equal to 25. Okay, and then C is equal to, C is 80. Okay, and then here at the bottom we have more information. So it says that the average selling price of the different grades of wireless headphones are as follows. So we'll only look at grade A and grade C. Grade B is not necessary because the question is not focused on that. So to save time, you should only look at the grades that are in the question. So for grade A, we can see that, okay, we have $500 per 50. And for grade C, we've got $150 per 50. Okay, so to get a value for the quantity of 25 for A, we will use this, okay, or for both, we will use cross multiplication. So we'll get A here and look at C there. Okay, so we know that the selling price for 25, or the average selling price for 25, okay, it's an unknown quantity, so we will just call it x1 and then say is equal to 25. Okay, and then the price, okay, and then at the bottom we'll have what we were given here, which is 500 is equal to 50. Then we can use cross multiplication, so we have 50x1 is equal to 25 times 500. Okay, and then we have x1 is equal to 25 times 500, then divide by 50, which gives us, okay, you can punch that into your calculator. That gives us, okay, $250. Okay, so we'll do the same thing for C. So we have x2 is equal to 80 and 150 is equal to 50. Then 50x2 is equal to 80 times 150. And x2 is equal to 80 times 150, all divided by 50, which gives us, okay, let's punch that into our calculator. 80 times 150, all divided by 50, so we get 240 here. So since the question says, okay, the total value for both grade A and grade B, that means we have to add both these values that we have gotten. Okay, I will just write here. Okay, so x1 plus x2 is equal to 250 plus 240, which gives us 490. Okay, and then we will go to our options here, and then we can see that 490 is here, so we'll have $490,000. Okay, so we'll go to the next question. The second question says, if production of grade B wireless headphones increased by 26% from 2022 to 2023, okay, we can write that to 2023. We've got an increase of 26%. Okay, what would be the value of grade B wireless headphones produced in 2023? Okay, and then looking at 2022, okay, B is the blue line. In 2022, the production was at 20. For B was at 20. Meaning that the production for 2023 will be, okay, we have the 20 that they gave us, then in bracket we'll multiply it with 100% plus 26%, which can be written as 1.26, and 20 times 1.26 gives us, okay, 25.2. And then looking at our options, okay, we'll move on to the next question. The next question says, if production of grade B wireless headphones increased by 26% from 2022 to 2023, what would be the value of grade B wireless headphones produced in 2023? Okay, so written on the right is, okay, the increase that we were given from 2022 to 2023, we have an increase of 26%. And looking at the graph, we can see that for B, the quantity was at 20 in 2022. So to get the value for 2023, we'll have 20 times 1 plus 0.26, which is this 26% here. Okay, and then this gives us 25.2. So this is the quantity. We have to calculate the value from there. So here we can see that for grade B, we've got the selling price, average selling price of 300 per 50. So we are looking for the quantity for 25, or for the value that goes with 25.2. So we'll have X here gives us 25.2. Then we'll use cross multiplication. So okay, we have 50x is equal to 300 times 25.2. Then x is equal to 300 times 25.2 all divided by 50. And the solution is, okay, you can punch that into your calculator. And the solution is $151.2. Okay, and then we will look at this side. Okay, I believe that the values here should be in thousands, judging by how the solutions are written. But then, okay, looking at our options, we can see that 151.2 goes with $151,200. So option B is the answer. Okay, moving on to question 3. The question says, what was the proportionate value of grade A to grade C wireless headphones produced in 2018? Okay, and then grade A in 2018, we can see that it's 20. Okay, and grade C in 2018, okay, it was 75. Okay, and then the proportionate value of grade A to grade C. Okay, firstly, before looking for the proportion, okay, we should look for the values first, and we are still going to use our selling prices. For A, you know that, okay, we've got 500 goes with 50 units, and for C we've got 150 goes with 50 units. Okay, and then to look at the value for A, okay, okay, yes, for A it will be on this side. So we've got x1 is equal to 20, and then 500 is equal to 50. Use cross multiplication. Okay, so we have x1 is equal to 500 times 20, all divided by 50. You can punch that into your calculator, and that gives us 200. Okay, and then we do the same thing for C. We've got x2 is equal to 75, and 150 is equal to 50, and x2 is equal to 75 times 150, all divided by 50. This gives us okay, let's punch that into our calculator first. Divided by 50, which gives us 225. Okay, and then the proportion will be, okay, they said they want A to C, so this means A divided by C, which is 200 divided by 225, which gives us, okay, it's 8/9. Okay, and in decimal points we get 0.88889, which can just be rounded up to 0.89. So our value will be, our answer will be the fourth option, which is this one here. Okay, so the next question says, what was the value of grade C wireless headphones produced in 2020? So for C, we are looking at 2020. Then grade B wireless headphones produced in 2022. So B, we are looking at 2022. Okay, and then we can see in 2020, grade C, for grade C, the quantity was 70, and the quantity for B in 2022 was 20. Okay, then we know that for grade C, average price is 150, okay, per 50, and for B the price is 350 per 50. Okay, so we are going to use cross multiplication. Okay, so we know that 150, okay, this is for C, I'll just draw a line here. 150 is equal to 50, and then x is equal to 70, which gives us x is equal to 150 times 70, all divided by 50, and you can punch that into your calculator, and it will give you 150 times 70, all divided by 50, which is 210. And we'll do the same thing for B. So we have, okay, 350 is equal to 50. Okay, so we made a mistake here. The price, or the selling price, is supposed to be 300 and not 350. You've got 300 is equal to 50, and y is equal to 20, and we are going to use cross multiplication. So y is equal to 300 times 20 all divided by 50, and this gives us 300 times 20 all divided by 50, which is 120. Okay, and our solution will be x plus y, which is equal to 210 plus 120, and this gives us $330, and this will be option number 2. Okay, and then moving on to the next question. Okay, the question says, what's the difference between the average precipitation in Tirana and Algiers? Okay, and then okay, so we'll get Tirana first, and the average will be, okay, you have to add all the months. So we've got, okay, for Jan you can see we've got 135. For Feb we've got 150. For March we've got 130. And for April we've got 115. And for May we've got 120, which gives us, okay, you can add all these numbers. 135 plus 150 plus 130 plus 115 plus 120 gives us 650. So the average for Tirana will be 650 all divided by 5, which gives us 130. Okay, and then for Algiers we've got 80 for Jan plus 75 for Feb plus 55 for March plus 60 for April, and lastly 40 for May, which gives us a total of 310. Then the average will be 310 all divided by 5 gives us 62. So the difference between the two will be, okay, TA minus AA is equal to 130 minus 62, which gives us 68. Okay, and that will be option 2. Question number 6 says, what was the percentage increase in precipitation in Tirana between April and May? Okay. Okay. So we know that, okay, for April, we've got, okay, Tirana is the dark one, dark blue, so it's 115. And then for May, we've got 120. And so to get the percentage increase, we'll have, okay, so I'll just use this to represent the increase. So we have the new number, which is 120, the May number, minus the April number, then divide by the April number, which will give us, okay, 5 divided by 115, which gives us 0.0435. 4.47, which is similar to 4.35%, which is the third option. Okay, so the question says, what's the ratio of level of precipitation in April of August to Stockholm in its simplest form? Okay, so we are looking at April, and for August, okay, we've got 60. Okay, and then for Stockholm, we've got, we've got 30. Okay, so looking at this, okay, 30 goes into 60 twice and into 30 once. So for A to S, we will have 2:1, which is the fourth option. Okay, then we'll move on to the next question. We have pie charts, okay, for the year 2021 and the year 2022. Okay, and then the total for 2021 given is $1.45 million, and for 2022 we have a total of $2 million. So the question says, what is the value of Atlin's PLC's share of the textile industry in 2021 and 2022 combined? Okay, and then looking at the color codes, Atlin is the blue one. Then we can see that for 2021, its share is 0.12. So we'll write 0.212 here. Okay, and then for 2022, the share is 0.18. Okay, so to get the total value for both 2021 and 2022, we will have to multiply, okay, take the sum of the product of the percentage multiplied by the total revenue. Okay, so I will represent our total by T. Okay, and then we have 0.12 for 2021 multiplied by 1.45 million. Okay, and then you add it with 0.18 multiplied by 2 million. Okay, and then you can just slot that into your calculator. Okay, so our total is $534,000. Okay, which is option number 3. Okay, and then the next question, which has the same pie chart, says, what is the change in value of Graphs Incorporate share of the textile industry from 2021 to 2022? Okay, so with graph, looking at the color codes, it will be the orange one. Then we can see that for 2021, its share is 0.3 or 30%. And then for 2022, we have 0.24 or 24%. Okay, so the value for 2021, I'll represent it by V21, is 0.3 times 1.45 million, which gives us 145 okay, 435,000. Then value for 2022 will be 0.24 times 2 million, which gives us 480,000. Okay, so the change in value will be V22 minus V21, which is 480,000 minus 435,000, which is $45,000. Then looking at our options, that will be option number 3. Okay, and then going into the next question. Okay, still on the same pie chart. It says, what was the combined value for Balcom's and Trade's share of the industry in 2022? Okay, firstly, we can write that we are looking at 2022. Then for Balcom, the percentage was 0.25. Okay, and then for Trade, the share was 0.13. Okay, so we are looking for the combined value, meaning that, okay, I'll use TO for the total. Okay, so the value for Balcom is 0.25 times 2 million plus the value for Trade, which is 0.13 times 2 million. Then everything together gives us $760,000. Okay, and then that will be option number 1. Okay, and then moving on to the next question, it says, what was the approximate percentage increase in the value of Roya's textile sales from 2021 to 2022? Okay, so we are looking to 2021 to 2022. Okay, and then we can see that Roya is this one. Okay, so for 2021 it was on 0.26 or 26%. Then for 2022, okay, it's 0.2. Okay, and then we are looking for the approximate percentage increase. So the first thing that we have to do is look at the value for 2021 and then look at the value for 2022, and then after that we can calculate the percentage increase. So the value for 2021 is 0.26 multiplied by 1.45 million, which gives us $377,000. And for 2022 we have 0.2 times $2 million, which gives us $400,000. Okay, so to look for the percentage increase, I'll represent this by each triangle. So we'll have $400,000 minus $377,000, all divided by 377,000. and all of this gives us $0.061 or 6.1%, which is option number 2. Okay, so the next question says, what proportion of Val Thorens snowfall occurred in January? Okay, so then we can see, okay, Val Thorens is represented by gray, and okay, for the total we'll just add all the months, then I'll just represent that by T. Okay, so for January we have 5, for February we have 20, then for November we have 40, then for December we have 35, and that gives us a total of 100. Okay, and then for January we know that we have 5, so to get the proportion of snowfall we'll have 5 divided by 100, which is 5%, and that will be option number 3. Okay, and then the next question says, what was the percentage increase in snowfall in Whistler from November to December? Okay, and for this one, okay, Whistler is color coded with orange. Then in November we can see it was 20, and in December it was 30. Okay, and then the increase or percentage increase can be calculated by subtracting November from December and then dividing by the November value. Okay, this gives us 50% or 0.5. Okay, and then looking at options, that is option B. Okay, and then question 15. Okay, the next question says, if total snowfall for the following January was predicted to increase by 20% from December in Val Thorens and Whistler and decrease by 15% in thickness and Les Arcs, what would be the total snowfall across all the resorts in January? Okay, so for Val Thorens, okay, we have a 20% increase from December. So we'll have 0.2 multiplied by 35, which gives us okay, 42 is our new value. Okay, and then for Whistler we have 1 plus 0.2 again for the 20% increase, then you multiply by 30, which gives us 36. Okay, and then for thickness it will be 1 minus 0.15 times 20, because we have a decrease, that will give us 17. Okay, and then for LA it will be, for Les Arcs it will be 1 minus 0.15 times 20, okay, times 30, giving us 25.5, and the total will be 42 plus 36 plus 17 plus 25.5. Then this gives us 120.5, which is option number 3. Okay, and then for the next and last question, we have how much snow fell in Whistler's and Les Arcs in January and February combined. Okay, so for Whistler's, January is 10 and February is 20. Okay, and then for Les Arcs, January is 10 and February is 20. So our total will be 10 plus 20 plus 10 plus 20, which gives us a total of 60 centimeters. Then that will be option number 3.